Next song is a classic Christian worship song, How Great Is Our God. And it's very repetitive, and we do motions. It kind of keeps it a little bit simple, but it also keeps kids involved who don't know the words. So for the first words on that one goes, the splendor of a king. So you're going to raise your hands up, and it's going to be like you're putting a crown on your head. For the splendor of a king. The next verse goes, clothed in majesty. So you're going to take, for leaders, you're going to take your left hand, go from shoulder on down, kind of like you're wrapping a robe or sash. So clothed in majesty, and with your right arm, let all the earth rejoice. So you're going to be spinning it, and rejoice, just kind of palm up, and let all the earth rejoice. Keep your hands up, because for the next verse, he wraps himself in light. So you're unwraps. You're literally going to wrap yourself, starting with the right hand. He wraps himself. And with your right hand again, in light, and bring it on up. So it'll be cross, up. Wraps himself in light. And darkness tries to hide. We're literally going to, in darkness, like kind of cover your face, and then for tries to hide, you're going to push it away. So, and darkness tries to hide. For it trembles at his voice, you're going to take your hands, trembles, you're going to shake it. So it trembles at his voice, raise it up like that. So, and trembles at his voice, trembles at his voice. So for the chorus, we're going to just raise our arms very slowly. How great is, in our God, you're going to pump your hands, is our God. Sing with me. You'll take your right hand and just bring it skyward again. Sing with me, how great is our God. That all would see, you're going to be searching, so that all would see, and raise your hand again, how great, and again, how great is our God. That's the first verse in the chorus. This second verse goes through. Age to age he stands. So we're going to start once again from the leaders left to right. You'll have your hands open. Age to age he stands with a big arc. And then for time, you're going to point to your wrist like your watch. Time is in. On his hands, you're going to kind of bring them in and put them forward. So almost kind of like you're doing a circular motion. So, and time is in his hands. For beginning and the end, you're going to point beginning and the end. Repeat that, beginning and the end. The Godhead, 3 in 1. And next word, it'll be Father, Spirit, Son. So you'll be pointing as if to 3 persons, so Father, Spirit, Son. For the lion, big muscles, very strong. The lion, the lamb is very meek and gentle, and so we'll kind of go to a praying position and the lamb. The bigger you can make it from up tall, down small, it just kind of gives it a larger contrast. So the lion and the lamb, the lion and the lamb. And then we'll go right back into the chorus, how great is our God. There's one last part for the bridge that goes name above all names, where they've all praised. So we'll start kind of with our hands, making a circular motion and bringing them on top. So name above all names. Worthy of our praise, we're just going to swing our arms. So worthy of all praise. For my heart will sing, go clutch your heart. So my heart will sing. And how great is our God. And it's kind of repetitive from that, depending on which version you use, how many times I repeat the chorus now, but let's try it with the music.